Hello, hello and welcome, people of the internet. That's my new maybe that's my new catchphrase. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna start use that. We're in for a treat today. We're in for a real treat. We're going to look at Tony Iommi. I don't know if Tony Iommi. What do you say? Sorry, I should know this. We're gonna listen to a little bit of when he plays War Pigs. Peak. One of the best songs. Anyway, we're gonna react to this and let's see how it goes. War Pigs and Paranoid. Okay, it's both. War Pigs and Paranoid.
All the riffs I'd done, I always tried to make them big and...
Wait.
All the riffs I'd done, I always tried to make them big and powerful.
Yeah, and it sounds big and powerful. And the thing why he does that, I think, it's because he's the only guitarist in the band. So probably... Then you can take up how much space you want. The more space, the better, basically.
Because we're on
if it's metal.
A three-piece, musically.
He said it.
And then Ozzy never played an instrument, so we had to make it as big as we could.
Yeah.
And so
imagine listening to Black Sabbath in the early 70s. It would have been like diabolic, like really heavy. It's still really heavy, don't get me wrong, but if you today's music and the music in the 70s, in the early 70s, it's widely different. So they must have thought, what is this? What is this? Super heavy.
That was it, really. That was the approach on all the songs, was to try and also like songs like War Pigs or whatever. You'd have to. I'd let the bottom note ring to make it bigger.
Yeah. So thick. It's like it has a fuzz or something on because it's so thick, the sound. Maybe it has. I don't know. I haven't looked into his his true bypass chain. I haven't looked into any pedal. I don't know what gear he uses. I just know that he uses a SG guitar. He and Angus. It's so nice. So nice tone. Let's see. I have a tone here from... Okay, wait. We need to... I'm gonna try to put on a fuzz on this one. Let's see. A little bit. I think he maybe has a fuzz on. It sounds so fat. I can't get it to sound as fat because, maybe I need another guitar or something. This sounds great. I can't remember the deal with why he has the plastic on his fingers. Was it like an accident he had or something? If someone knows, please let me know in the comments. Ooh, it's so meaty. It's so meaty. Love it. Imagine hearing this for the first time in the 70s. Is this released 1970 or 1969? I can't remember, but that would have been... It's like watching Star Wars for the first time in theaters. It would have been mind-blowing. Would love to be there. It looks like... This piece is about to fall off. Look, it's about to fall off. What is gonna do if it falls off? He's screwed. Is it glued together or is it just, do we just put it on? I don't know. Yeah.
It goes.
That's so cool as well that they do like the quick one. That's so cool that they changed the style completely there. I really like that.
There's 3 stages of that beginning part where I'm hitting the open string as well to make it a bigger sound.
And then he has the guitar the wrong way around. That that deserves an applaud just by itself, you know. Tony, wrong side.
It goes the other part where it goes.
Yeah,
that's sort of where the vocal starts, and then we do a section of doing that with Ozzy.
Yeah, that's great.
And then back into the instrumental part again.
That's so cool. It's something like that, right? So cool. But here's much, not as much delay and stuff as I have. I always cheat and have a little bit of delay and reverb on. Because I think it sounds better most of the time. This time it doesn't sound better because this time it's cooler to have it a little bit more dry. And it's easier to play. What do you want me to say? It's easier to play.
And it goes into another section.
That's cool as well. I wish I could be in this kind of bands and play and make a living out of it, because I am a rock guitarist from the ground up. But all the gigs I have, when I have played, it's never the style I'm comfortable playing in. I can do it, don't get me wrong. I can play the pop and whatever. You know, I can get away with it. But where the ground I stand on, where I'm the most comfortable, is the rock metal style. The old school, not the new school, because the new metal I can't play because it's so weird. But all this stuff, that would be great if I could do that, because then I would feel at home.
In a vocal bit.
It's so cool. It's just by variations. It's not that big of a, but it does so much. It's so great. So great.
Then a break.
It's like Metallica must have had a lot of influence, got a lot of influence from this, because they have also, they change the riffs. They can have like 15 riffs in a song more. So, and this is the same, because you could argue that they could use the same stuff here, but they didn't. And that's great. It is great. And just to be playing this without drum track or anything, that's also, you know, that's something you just don't do out of anywhere. You need to know your stuff, because you can't hide behind anything. So that's, sometimes when you hear it, you can, yeah, it's obvious, la 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 la, but it's not obvious. It's much harder than it looks to be this exposed. I know I can see that you don't believe me, but it's true. It is true. I'm telling you, I have been a musician for my whole adult life. I know. It's much easier to play in a band than to play all by yourself, most of the time.
It breaks down into
So cool.
then into the.
I really love that the minor third or the major third, when you land on that. I like that. Sue me.
Solo, which again was hitting the bottom string to make it sound fuller.
Yes. You know, you can do so much with the pentatonics. You can do how much? How much?
My approach to solos is I go and sit down and play and try and capture them.
My approach to solos. Go sit down and play. There we go. Wise words of the day. Go sit down and play and learn your solos.
In so many, otherwise it either gets worse or very rarely them in so many solos is I go and sit down and play and try and capture them in so many, otherwise it either gets worse or it very rarely gets better, but I try and do it in so many.
Is that a expression, in so many? So maybe it means he doesn't want to take too many takes. He just wants to take the first couple of takes because they are the good ones. And I've heard that as well, because usually when I have recorded stuff and with friends and when I done my educations and whatever, the first takes when you're playing people in the room, when you play in the room with people, not when you take takes at home and send it to people, but when you're in the room with other musicians and play, usually the first couple of takes are the best. And then maybe you get some good at the end as well of the session of that song. But the first ones are usually the best because people are a little bit on their toes and want something. And then they get comfortable, and then it's, a little bit too perfect in the middle. And then in the ending, people are starting to loosen up even more and try different stuff. So the beginning is good because people are on the edge of their seat. and the ending is good because people are letting loose more. Wise words from Uncle Eric Salad.
Just listen to it and then start playing and try and get the feel of it, without sort of getting it to working stuff out. If you start working, I've never been one for being able to sit down and work out a solo. I can't do that. I've never been able to do that properly. So I just tend to go in and just sort of jam really with it.
But that's nice. It's good to have different approaches, because I have been the kind of guy that goes in and listens to stuff and then play it instead of just imagining it and then play it. I think it really depends on what kind of musician you are or kind of person you are. Because if you're a session musician, for example, it's good to have both. To have the arranger's ear and to be able to pick out parts quick. If somebody says, play this, blah, 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 and then you play it, that's good. So it really depends on what you're using the music for and what you're using everything for. This became a lot more educational and serious than I intended, but I'm here for it. I hope you are.
If I'm playing a part, say if I do 6 takes or whatever, and there's a part that I like, I thought, well, I like that part, then I'll keep that and then, try another one. Songs like War
I keep that and try another one. Screw it. I know what I mean. He keeps it and then he listens to it. Oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna take that idea and I'm gonna do more of that I like.
The solo became part of a theme, so you'd end up keeping that because it was, a part of the song. But some of the others would be just you'd try different things.
That's the best kind of solos when it's part of the song. You can't really change it live either. If you have like Toto, the Rosanna solo, you can't change that live. You have to play that every single time because it's part of the song. It's so embedded in people's brains that you need to play it. Same with the keyboard solo before the guitar solo. You can't play that any differently because people are gonna get mad because why didn't you play the real solo? It's not like it's like certain solos is like such a big part of the song that you can't change them. And that's good and bad. It's good. It's easy for us musicians that can play the same thing all over again. But it can be boring as well for us musicians because we want to be a little bit more free sometimes and do improvisation. But then we have a million other songs we can do that on. So, yeah. It's the same with vocal lines. So, like Hey Jude, the beginning of Hey Jude. Don't change that because it's so iconic.
Some of the other songs, Paranoid tended to be one of the solos I kept and done it more or less the same.
That is great. But but he's great. I have never seen. I haven't listened so much to Black Sabbath and Tony, but he's a really great guitarist. He is, and great tone, great sound, same stuff. Great technique. I think his technique is good. Great ideas. Great. Yeah.
That's basically it, really.
He just ripped off that solo. That's basically it. King. Okay, let's see the comments. And on the 7th day, I only created metal. Imagine being the godfather or something like these guys are. That would be so cool. This is my opinion, and agree or disagree. But these guys, you know, Ozzy, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Scorpions, all these people, they're never gonna be artists that are as big as these guys, or as nuanced, what do you call it, created new styles at these guys, because it's already been created. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit sad, but it's yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but I hope you know what I mean. It's like, it's sad that they are beginning to disappear, like dying and stuff, and it's I don't know what, like this, I don't know what the future will hold for music, because it feels like everything has been discovered, and I don't know if there ever gonna be any pioneers again, like people who just completely revolutionized the sound. I don't know. Maybe. God, that tone is deliciously heavy. Yeah, it is. It's really great. Play one of the most iconic solos ever. That's basically it. Yeah, that's all I said. Yeah, it's fun. You have the same ideas as the guys in the comments. That's fun. I always enjoy listening to Tony. No stupid rock star attitude, just humble. Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have a persona about him. He is just himself, and that's nice. The godfather of heavy metal. There is no epic riff. There is no more epic riff because Tony Iommi wrote them all. He's so humble and underrated. Yeah, he's pretty underrated as a guitarist and a songwriter, I would say. Or yeah, disagree or agree. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I haven't touched on this subject, but I told you in the beginning of the video that Rip Ozzy, and yeah, he has been a pretty big inspiration for me, as well as for many of you, I think. When I started to play guitar, when I started to look on YouTube, I think this was around 2007. Then I was looking around like the best guitar solos to learn or something. Then I came across a video with the old Windows, when you could create videos in Windows, and you had the blue screen and then white text. I don't know if you remember that. And then Crazy Train was on one of those, like top 3 or something. It was top 10 solos, and that was top 3. So I started to learn that one. And after that, I just, listened to a lot of Ozzy. So, yeah, that's it, really. Hope to see you guys in another video, and catch you when I catch you. Bye-bye.